All right, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You were listening to the daily Roundup webinar. I'm going to give you a quick update. President Trump is still speaking. He is still talking about, I don't even know what he's talking about right at this moment in time. But, you know, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty as far as the China trade deal and, you know, pretty soon. So looking for some volatility still. Let me just update you with a couple quick areas of interest. So let's first of all talk about the euro dollar. So the euro is knocking its head up against the 50% retracement. I played it on the long side today. I already got out. I know we're up against resistance. I still think we're going to like 111.80. This 618 right up here. So somewhere between 111.80 and 112 is probably going to offer some pretty good resistance. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Let's also take a look at, I don't care so much about the cable, even though I was long it earlier today. I already took it off. I took like 40 pips out of it because I bought it right at the lows overnight when I was sleeping, had an order out there, and I already took it off. But that's not really what I want to look at. I want to look at the Aussie. Aussie's knocking its head up against this 38% retracement. What I would be looking for here, let me get rid of this, this fib right here. Let me just remove that. Okay. So what I would probably be looking at here, see this purplish green line? It comes in around about 69.25. I would imagine that based on what's happening with this, you know, China trade deal signing, we might actually spike above there. But if you're looking for like a short, I think the Aussie might not be a bad short up here. Now, you know, some of you might go, well, I don't want to short the Aussie, you know, because I don't want to play the dollar on the long side, which I get. I totally understand that. That might set up an opportunity to buy the pound Aussie, buy the euro Aussie, something like that. You can, and you don't have to trade the Aussie specifically short in the against the dollar. You can play it against some other cross rate is what I would be thinking. So let the Aussie see if it could spike past this resistance. I think, you know, once you get that signing, you get the wow, rahoo, and then, you know, you can fade it into that 69.30 level, something like that. Still waiting on the dollar mex. You know, so this thing's surprisingly holding up well. Hold on really quick. Trump referencing numbers here over 2 years. 50 billion in ag, 75 billion in manufacturing, 50 billion in energy, 40 to 50 billion on services. Okay. Those are numbers that he's just kind of rattling off right now. The market's not caring a whole lot about that. But sorry, I just, you know, that's just coming through the wires just because Kudlow already leaked all this information earlier. So that's why it's not really moving a whole lot. So with the peso, I'm still hoping that we get a dip below this 1875 level, but you know, it's actually holding up pretty well, despite the quote unquote risk appetite mood that the market's in right now. Last but not least, I want to cover with you today the dollar yen. The dollar yen, very significant. As you guys know, this is very, very significant daily triangle resistance. Like I had said to you guys on the face webinar yesterday and maybe the day before yesterday, the street is very bullish the dollar yen. Every bank that I've read, analysis that I've read on the dollar yen is looking for 112 to 115 now. Everybody thinks this is a big breakout. Me? I'm not so convinced. What I'm more bummed out is, and I'll tell you here in a moment, is that my order at 110.24, excuse me, did not get triggered the other night when we rallied up into trendline resistance. This is the 127% extension of this move lower. We stopped right at, you know, the 110.20 level, did not trip my order. We're just kind of sitting here, and you guys have to watch. If we drop below 109.70, this trade is going to unwind, and this long, you know, dollar yen trade is going to start to unwind, and a lot of people are long it. So just keep that in mind, especially into this afternoon once Trump is done and signed. And a couple comments about the China-U.S. trade deal signing. I mean, it is definitely a parade of congratulatory, you know, congratulations and to his entire team and staff. From a Chinese person's perspective, there was an interesting comment from Eunice Yoon, who's a CNBC reporter out of China, says that that President Xi did not sign the deal. So if anything goes south in the future, you can say, well, I never signed it. That's something to note. Also, like I said, from a Chinese point of view, you're watching this, this pep rally at the White House. They're probably offended a little bit, and so that's just something just to think about. Understanding the Chinese culture, since I am half Chinese, so that's just something that I'm sure people are getting a little put off on the other side of the world. But what does that translate into anything? I don't know. But what I will tell you is, in the dollar yen below 109.70, you got to watch for stops below that, and then obviously above 110.30, 110.40. I mean, we would probably start ripping pretty hard here in the dollar yen. S&P is not doing a whole lot. We're just up against our all-time highs. Wait, hold on. Trump says we'll negotiate taking off tariffs if there's a phase 2 deal, leaving tariffs on because otherwise he has no cards in which to negotiate. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. But then again, he's also showing his cards. He also says all tariffs will come off when we finish phase 2. Okay, so here's the S&P, still looking for 3,300 and 33.15 should we get there. Remember, that's 161% extension of this last move lower. It's also 161% extension of the down move that we saw in 2018, the end of 2018, right here. So it all comes in at 33.15. So if we get there, that's my level. That's my level that I'm probably just going to lay into some shorts, at least small ones. All right, guys and gals, my name is Blake Morrow. Catch us on the Face webinar tomorrow morning. If you guys really want to know what I'm doing all day long, you can be in the ForexAnalytix members chat room, which is right here. You obviously have to be a member, and to get the best pricing that we do all year long, well, you're in the right week and a half, because this offer expires on January 24th. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I will catch you on the flip side tomorrow. Good luck today. Bye-bye.